aka Ann Loam, and welcome to my very empty studio. There's nothing left. My floor has been completely cleaned. I cleaned it with a dental pick to get all of the paint off. Everything is pretty much gone. I still have to move the paints to Arlene's studio. So for those of you who aren't sure what's going on, I've sold my house. The people who bought my house have recently asked us to move the closing date up. So instead of leaving at the end of July, I now have to leave in mid-June. So my month-long vacation in May has been shortened to about 2 weeks. So this week and next week, Serge and I are going to relax, and then we need to pack and go. So all of my art stuff is moving to Arlene. She's cleaned a little alcove out for me in her newly renovated studio space. I will not be able to pour there, so all of, other side, all of these paints here, and all of my pouring paints over here won't be used there. She doesn't have water. So I don't know if you've been following me on my Facebook page, but we have been renovating a space in Kingsville, Ontario called the Collective Space, which is going to be part of Artisan Alley, and we are going to be pouring there. But I wanted to kind of bring you up to speed because you're not going to be seeing me for a while because of the move. And then my husband and I got a temporary apartment to wait until our final apartment is finished being built. We are moving into a brand new building, but it's not until November. So originally we were going to store everything and be on the road traveling, and I think there's a little bit of anxiety about that. Not having a space. So we found another temporary place we're going to move into in mid-June, but we're not really going to unpack because we're immediately then going on the road. We're going to Baltimore in July for Patty Tolley Parrish's Maryland Art Weekend Retreat. That's a week. And then we decided, since we were already there and we've never been down the east coast of the States together, I was there when I was a kid, but we've never driven. We've been in North and South Carolina and Virginia, but we've never been kind of on the coast. We've always been on the west part of those states. So we're going to go, he wants to go to Norfolk, Virginia and go see the ships in the shipyards. And then we thought we would kind of swing down and around, come back up to Knoxville, Tennessee, and then take the I-75 north and hit Louisville. So Angela, I might be able to go and see you. Brandy, I might be able to go and see you. I'm going to see Maricha when I'm in Baltimore because she lives near there. And then, of course, I'll see all of my peeps at the art retreat. So then we'll be back sometime in August. And then in September, we're either going to go to Nevada, and then maybe, I really want to go to Arizona again. Or we're thinking about the east coast of Canada after the very busy holiday season is over, like summer vacation, maybe in early September where it's still warm enough. We're thinking about doing that. And then for this channel, so this channel originally was all about just my visual art, and it's gonna change a little bit. Some of my friends and family in Ottawa have said, well, could you vlog a little bit about your travels? So I decided, instead of creating a blog and blah, because we all know that I'm lazy, what I will do is I will post a playlist here about my travels. And then my friend Lori has recently asked me if I would teach her how to crochet. So I've created a playlist for Let's Begin Crochet, and I'm actually going to start that this week with supplies, what to get, and I'm going to do those classes Um, because when I get to Baltimore, I want them to kind of have the basics because I'll only be there for a few days, so I want to be able to make sure that I can ramp people up really quick. And because in the temporary apartment, well, actually, in the final apartment, the deal is that neither me or Serge can have our business in the apartment. This is one of the reasons why we're moving. We've been so busy. His business out of the house has, as I've said before, exploded, and we just don't have the capacity to live in our house as a home because there's always people coming and going, and there's orders being dropped off, and there's canvases around, and I've got 4 businesses, and blah, 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 blah. So there'll be no art in the house. However, I'll be able to do some short crochet videos or knitting videos in the apartment because I'll just be doing it in my bedroom with a laptop or something like that. So it'll change a little bit. I don't know if some of you know, I have this Project X that I'm working on. It was a secret, but I've told enough people now that I don't think it's really a secret anymore. However, I am writing a book. I have been on a personal growth journey for about 14 years, and it had kind of stagnated, and it got rejuvenated in January of this year, right after Christmas, and I kind of went that way, which changed a lot of the way I view things. So I wanted to kind of do a journal of my journey. I'll be publishing it under a pseudonym. It won't be under my own name. It will be under a pseudonym for a few reasons that I'll talk about in another video. That's not important now, but I wanted you to know that, like, for a year, I know that I'm going to have to take a year off. I've got 45,000 words right now, and I know that the book will end up being 150-ish thousand words. So I need to sit down and concentrate on that. So this channel's kind of changing a bit because of my journey. I'm not really focused on the money making of the channel anymore. I mean, I still make a little bit of money every few months with the YouTube checks, the AdSense checks. However, my art has been a lot of fun, and Arlene and I have been having a lot of fun. The sales has been our art classes have been going really well, but her and I both decided that we were going to kind of take this year. She's painting. She's in Italy right now. I mean, she's gone for a month anyways, to celebrate her wedding anniversary. So she's out having fun and getting inspiration, and she's been painting a lot on her own. We do have a collaboration coming up, series 2 of Collusion Art Exhibit. However, I have a feeling that for the remainder of this year, my visual arts will wane while I do this kind of crochet thing and get back into that, and the book writing. So bring everyone up to speed about what's going on with my art, what's going on with Serge's business, what's going on with the move. Some people were really concerned that we were going to be homeless for 4 months. I wasn't too worried about it. Serge started to have a little bit of anxiety that we weren't going to be able to just be on the road, that, you know, what if we pack something that we really need? Stuff like that. So I was like, you know what, let's just get kind of a temporary apartment. It will alleviate the stress so that we can relax and enjoy our traveling. And that's about it. I just wanted to kind of bring you up to speed. I haven't been online a lot. I've closed down a lot of my social media. I don't have Twitter anymore. I don't have Pinterest. I don't have Instagram. I shut all of that down. I'm thinking about shutting down my Facebook page for Ann Loam's art. Not sure yet. I mean, I have AM Squared Fine Art with Arlene, and there's also Paint Palooza with Arlene. I've pretty much stepped away from my fluid acrylic pouring group. I've left it in really good hands. I'm just not sure what the future holds because there's been so much change, kind of paradigm shift and dynamics. And from what I understand, this is really normal with YouTube channels. People start out kind of hobbyish and they either go super duper professional and try and make a living out of it, or like me, they come to a point where they're like, this is fun, this is exciting, and I really like doing it, but I've had a change of ideology and I don't want to chase the money anymore. I want to chase the experiences, and part of that is going and doing other things. So I'll be here. You can always contact me. I always get dinged when someone leaves me a comment, so I still respond to comments. I'll still give people advice if they have questions. You're just not going to see me on as much, and I wanted you to know that there would be other playlists on this channel that might not have to do with visual arts. Now, it might be something you're interested in. If you wanted to learn to crochet or to knit, by all means. If you wanted to just kind of follow me on my journey because, you know, you like to follow insane people, because that's pretty much what I do. I'm going to be bebopping around, mostly in the States, a little bit in Canada. So I'm hoping that maybe if I post on Facebook that I'm sitting at a bar somewhere in the middle of nowhere and you live there, you'd come out and have a pint with me and get a hug, and I can meet some people. But other than that, I'm gonna kind of be off the platform a little bit. Again, I still have like 20 videos that need to be edited. This is something I'll be able to do in the temporary apartment. I'll be able to put some old material up, pourings and stuff like that, and we'll see where we go from there. So as always, I love it that you're here. I love it that you've been supporting me and following me and, you know, cheerleading for me. I love it. I love you guys. I haven't dropped off the face of the planet. However, I've gotten pretty close to the edge. Got to talk myself off the edge. So I'll see you around, and thanks for being here. It's always better when you're here. Bye.